Hello, Rebecca Jolly here again for Jolly Alchemy. Today I'm doing a transit report for the 29th of June, 2025, Sunday. And this is coming from my transit journal that I am keeping for this year. And just so you know, the information from this transit report and all my transit reports is coming from Ra Uruhu's source material and also from 64keys.com. They have a lovely website and really great free information. So anyone can go there. It's not an American website, but it's a very good one. It's Austrian, actually. So anyway, moving on to the transit. So today we've moved from 52 and 58 line 4 into line 5. And with the move into line 5, we are switching from the cross of service to the cross of demands. So on this side of the cross, it remains the same. We still have 52 in earth and 52 in the sun and 58 in the earth. But we've moved through the juxtaposition cross of stillness, which is juxtaposition crosses are always a real short amount of time, so you hardly ever actually see them. And into demands. So the cross of demands, which we're into now, is much more about protesting and saying, hey, this needs to be done. So it's not actually about doing anything. It's just about protesting and saying, hey, something needs to be done. So Ra says there will be a spill in a restaurant and there will be somebody who will finally say, is somebody going to clean this up? That's the cross of demands. However, what happens to people who are on this cross of demands is that they're often taken for being demanding people themselves. Like they're saying, oh, you're so controlling, because it's also on the other side of it is the 21, which is the gate of control or desire for control, and 48, which is depth. So these people are seen as wanting to be controlling when they're not really wanting to be controlling. They can't really be controlling. They're actually waiting for someone to come to them and say, hey, what needs to be fixed? What needs to be corrected? And then is the proper time for them to say, hey, well, this is what needs to be fixed. Blah, blah, blah. So they love for people to say, what needs to be done? What needs to be corrected? They're absolutely super helpful for that, but they can be seen as kind of judgy, demanding, bitchy, naggy, when they're doing their thing incorrectly, because they still have that energy of, I see what's wrong, I see the answer, no one's asking me, I'm going to make a demand that it needs to be fixed. So that's where we are. And to give just a little bit of insight into that, the sun 52.5 is in explanation. To explain one's position in times of inaction. I have this in my chart in Venus. So this is my morality. This is what's right for me. And this is where, for me, it comes in that I am, when I'm in a difficult situation, I usually am going to write somebody a letter about it, but I'm not going to write them a letter immediately. I'm going to try to forget the thing, let it stew. I'm also emotionally open. This is my chart right here. And then in a time of inaction, usually in the middle of the night, it will just come to me. Boom, it's time to write a letter. It's time to explain myself to this person, blah, blah, blah. And that's coming out of this gate right here, 52.5, explaining oneself from a place of stillness. So this is what everyone is feeling today. And also 58.5, which is protection. Protection from tempting stimulation. As I said yesterday, the 58 is joyous vitality. So people who have joyous vitality are always looking for stimulation, talking, oh, isn't this cool? The feeling of, today I'm alive, yay, yay, and looking for exciting things to be going on. But this one, because it's the 5th, is the most mature part of the hexagram, the most mature line, and it's saying, okay, I know I want something stimulating, but it needs to be done properly. I need to be protected against a stimulation that's so tempting that it would take me out of where I need to be. So we have the moon now in 59.2 or 59 line 2. That is shyness behind self-imposed walls. So this is 59 is our sexual role gate, our intimacy role gate. So that's where we're talking about how we connect with other people, how we form bonds, how we're intimate. And this is more of a shyness, more of a like I'm not sure I actually want to be friends. So that's where those self-imposed walls come in. The moon will be moving throughout the day, however, to gate 40, which is, as I said, the bacon bringer. So that's the desire to work, the desire to bring resources into the community. So those are the pulls that you might feel throughout the day. And let's see, for the other energies that are coming from people, remember I said the moon, Mercury, Venus, and Mars are the energies that are coming to us from other people. Primarily, you might feel it in your chart, especially if it's making some sort of a connection. And by the way, that's another thing that 64 keys is really good for, and that is showing you your chart on one side, and then on the other side showing you the transit information in the middle, exactly how the transit is affecting your body. So are there electromagnetic connections being made where you have one side of a channel and the transit is completing the other? Those are where we're really going to be feeling that transit energy the most strongly. So that's where a connection from another person is really going to be enlivening us if we run across a person who has that activation today. So let's see. The other ones besides that, we still have Mercury, the message in 31. So that's still a leadership gate, but it has a shadow on it. I'll explain shadows tomorrow. Leadership, the gate is arrogance, action that cannot wait for approval. So what we're talking about is feeling some like, I want to go, I want to do something, I want to get something done leadership wise. But the shadow makes it the sophisticated arrogance, which out of overestimation and nervous tension jumps the gun and maybe leads to a loss of leadership. So leadership that doesn't really quite know what it's doing yet. And Venus is moving into 8-1, so that's sincerity to overcome boundaries through sharing justly. That's very nice. 8 is the gate of creative contributions in general. And then 40 is our Mars energy for today, 40 line 2, and that's liberation, to shed disrupting qualities. So the ability to exclude things that are disruptive to the group, to the collective, they're just like, that's not working. Let's force that out. So those are the people energies. The big worldwide energies have not changed today, and I think we have a couple of days before they do change. So I'll do another transit report just for that when that changes, and also when the nodes change, which should be within, I think, the next week. We'll have a nodal shift. So those are the new energies that are going on today. So explanation, protection. So it looks like it's protecting ourselves from tempting stimulation by explaining ourselves when we're removed from other people. See how that feels in your day. See if that actually is resonating with you. See if that's making something that's that you can feel. Ra once said that he could sit on a hill and be completely alone and feel his gates opening and closing. This is what I aspire to. So anyway, there it is for today. That's Sunday, and I will make another transit report Monday, and I will be wearing my Joy's Vitality scarf again. So see you tomorrow, Monday the 30th. Till then, bye.